We can.
True.
Oh, true, true, true.
We're on. We're live.
Well, a very good morning, good evening, wherever you're tuning in to this game from. We're here at the Willoughby Park Bowls Club in North Sydney for the 2024 Australian Grand Prix individual event final. We have Robert Green of the Northern Falcons TFC of Singapore in the yellow bases, taking on Peter Thomas of Melbourne Table Football Club in the claret. It's a West Ham team, it's a claret and blue. I'm joined in commentary today by Steve Detre. Steve, what a fantastic venue, what a fantastic event, and hopefully a great final to finish it all off.
Well, it's been a long and hard day for all of the players. It's quite a hot temperature here in Sydney, which some of our Northern European colleagues might find amusing. But it's been very tiring, and I think that at the end of this we'll have a worthy winner after some fantastic table football being played all day.
Absolutely. A early attack here for Greeny.
For those who are joining us for the first time, the object of the game is to get the ball into the final quadrant, final quarter, and then you can shoot. You can only shoot once the ball is fully in that zone, like now.
Full chance.
Now.
Just wide. Both players with intriguing routes to the final today. Rob Green, it didn't start so flash. He lost 2-0 in the opening match of the day to Benji Button. But since then it's been a solid route to the final. Lots of wins, undefeated since then. Pete Thomas hasn't lost today, but was run pretty close in the semi. Benji Button 3-2, just beat him there. So he'll be wanting to avoid conceding early here because he felt a bit off his mojo in the last one.
Yes, he admitted to us just after the semi-final that he was feeling very tired. The heat was starting to get to him. Now we've got
be a good
Green.
timing for an opening goal. Just
Again,
wide.
good defensive blocking. Can you ask people on the stage to not move? To not move because they're vibrating off the...
This match, I believe, is a repeat. I don't think they've only met once in the final before, in the 2015
Grand Prix.
The first of the quote-unquote modern era. For those who are keen followers of the Australian Grand Prix, this is our 9th edition.
Yes, it's a slightly mixed up because we had a couple where we had the Australian Grand Prix and the Asian Cup as a sort of combined event. But when we looked at the events, we felt that the 2015 was a Grand Prix.
That's right.
That was what it was awarded as. And we had 2 Grand Prix in the 90s. And we're very proud of our history back in the 90s, where we had the great Gary Hosey won one of the events, and then the incomparable Willie Hoffman also won one of the Grand Prix in a fantastic final against Wolfgang Schneider from Germany, one of the matches of the ages.
For Peter Thomas, today is his quest to win, I believe it's 4th, I want to say 4th, 2015, definitely 2015, 2017, last year was 2022, 2023, sorry.
2023, yeah.
So he's won it 3 times. This would be the 4th time he's won it. For Greeny, it would be his 2nd time after winning in 2019.
Yeah. And it's people think it's how hard can it be? But if you want to really understand this, come on down to the Willoughby Park Bowling Club. Look up the Northern Falcons on Facebook, and we'll shout you a beer at the beautiful bar and bistro here, and show you the intricacies of the game, which is sort of a combination of football and chess and snooker all rolled into one. And then you can see what these guys are doing, how technically adept they are at playing this game. But it's more than just playing the game. We're very much in Australia about the community. I'm very proud of the fact that the founder, if you like, of the modern era, Mr. Benji Batten, who's my co-host today, has really encouraged this concept of community. And it's not just about grinding out wins and defeating people. It's also about having a great sense. Like at the end of tonight, we'll be having a dinner. Oh, here we go, shot.
Oh, just over the top.
Oh!
First shot in anger for Pete. Players now traded attempts in the opening 10 minutes.
Yeah, so we're very much a community based around football lovers, but also table football lovers.
Absolutely, and whilst it's just the two players here in the final, we've had a massive day. 33 players competed in the open event today, 3 juniors and 4 in the women's event. Beth Everly, I believe, took out the women's event, and in the juniors, Steve, who was our junior champion this year?
Caitlin Grumbach, our youngest player. She's a proud Northern Falcons player, and she has really come on leaps and bounds. And it doesn't take long for people to especially with this modern equipment, people may remember this game as Subbuteo, but the Subbuteo equipment is very much been superseded by the new table football equipment, which makes it easier to play, a bit more fun. So, and I also would be remiss if I didn't mention the great production work of Louis Detry, who is
been fantastic today. All the camera angles, it's quite a professional setup here.
Making sure that all the action is covered and streamed. This is the first time we're also working in cooperation with World Sports Broadcast Network, so all of our matches are appearing on their site, and I'm hoping that in future more events will stream to their site.
It's so great to bring Subbuteo to the world, because those who love following this game, we love watching it, and to be able to see it from effectively multiple camera angles. You really need this multi-camera angle setup that we've got here, so it's fantastic to be able to share our tournament with the world. Today's event has brought together a lot of players from Australia, but also Vikas Chandramani has come from Singapore, and we've got 2 players from New Zealand as well, so it truly is an international event.
And I've been having discussions with the New Zealand guys about them creating a New Zealand Association, which is fantastic news for our region. We want to have more national associations, so we're very hopeful that they'll have an event sometime later this year in New Zealand. And I'm pretty confident a whole bunch of Aussies may travel across the ditch.
Hopefully the first ever Trans-Tasman Cup. But in the meantime, we might see these players in action, both representing Australia at the World Cup later this year to be held in Tunbridge Wells. The next event on our calendar after today is really the Australian World Cup qualifiers. Here we go, Greeny into the attacking quadrant.
The referee for today is Mr. Adrian Elmer, who is recently been appointed to the International Federation's Rules and Referees Committee, and already they've been called into action and are starting to examine some ways to simplify the rules. So we're hoping that we can make the game easier to follow, easier to referee, and easier to play. We have our guest commentator here tonight, Mr. Tony Credentino from the Italian Table Football Australia. Have you got any comments for the Italian community, Tony?
Benvenuti signori all'Australian Open 2024. Questa è la finalissima tra Peter Thomas e Robert Green, punteggio di 0-0 nel frattempo. Buon proseguimento.
The last Grand Prix final, which I was calling, Steve, was the 2020 Grand Final between Benny and Rudy Hesty, and in truth, that one was incredibly boring. It was 0-0. The last one that I played in, last final I played at Ustream was an IO at this very venue in 2021. The final score was 0-0. It was incredibly boring. I'm really hoping today we have a goal.
Have some goals. Yeah, it's always a bit of a, as they say, a bit of a crapshoot, picking which match you pick for the show table. We go on a best gut instinct, but it doesn't always work out. Ooh, now there's a chance.
A chance for Greeny.
Now, Pete's flick was out of character. Oh, it's in. It's a goal. Rob Green scores. And that defensive flick from Peter was completely out of character.
Gentili telespettatori, Robert Green just scored 1-0. 1-0 per Robert.
And I think that's a classic case of commentator's curse.
Absolutely. As soon as we say it's a boring game, and now there'll be a whole raft of goals.
Pete's going to have to go for it now.
Yep.
Peter Thomas has only ever lost one match in the Australian Grand Prix that he's competed in. That was against Carl Young in 2016. Is it about to become two?
It was. Sorry.
Is it about to become two?
Oh, I'm agnostic in regard to this, even though Rob Green is my team club mate. Ooh! But you can see now that Pete's decided to get activated.
That was the year Christian Haas who came out here, and he was run all the way by Carl that year. It was in the cave of 99 on your. Well, great event though, that one.
It's always difficult to find venues. We've talked with some of our colleagues around the world. The Belgians and the Spaniards, the Portuguese just had to cancel their national championships because they lost their venue, because we're not considered a mainstream sport, and we're incredibly thankful for the support of the Willoughby Park Bowling Club, which has given us access to this fantastic venue. I can say on the record that when they start fundraising for air conditioning, we're going to be the number one supporters of that program.
It hasn't been too bad though, actually. The great thing about the Australian Grand Prix though, it is nice, it's in summer, it's great weather. I'm also looking over, we have our WASPA, the World Amateur Speedway Players Association, plate event for those knocked out in the group stages. John T. Brenner of Northern Falcons taking on Richard Wilson of Canberra and South Coast. I think that's the current iteration of their club name.
That's the final of that, is it?
Yeah, the final of the WASPA.
So it's a fine balance between providing elite matches and good competition and inclusive games. I noticed before there were lots of friendlies going on, as well as the WASPers, and that's what it's all about.
It's all the subculture, the trading of the stickers, the club shirts, the painting, the come to my tournament next one, and when are you organising one so we can come to you, and having a big flagship event like the Grand Prix is what it's about.
Yeah, it is. You're absolutely correct, Benji. The subculture of the community is amazing. The number of people who are making equipment, who are making bases, who are painting figures, who are. It really is amazing. Sometimes it's hard to keep track of, but we're doing everything we can to try and make sure that bases, figures, everything's legal.
Pete has recovered possession here. A minute 20 to try and get an equaliser. It would be the perfect time to strike to get that equaliser in the first half.
Let's see if he can keep his speed up again. Does Pete want a free kick or play on? It's playing on.
possibly a free kick there, but
Yeah.
I don't think he realised what's
I
going
think he played the advantage. I saw in that, of the corner of my eye. He's looking at the clock, 38 seconds. I think he got forced back a little bit further than he wanted to. One thing I noticed about Pete is that he's always willing to go back to go forward.
It's not on key position. Here we go, a bit of movement here to finish. And that was some excellent defending there from Green to finish the half. That was really good defending. And half time. Well, here we go. Bit of noise, bit of action. Rob Green, could he be taking home his second ever Australian Grand Prix title? We'll see you for the second half very soon.
We're on.
Advantage, 40 love, 40 love.
Okay, we've now got the second half of the Australian Grand Prix final. Rob Green currently leading Pete Thomas 1-0.
Look at that formation. It's usually a 7-3. He's gone 3-7. This is a man who wants to attack. It's going to be all guns blazing for the second half.
He's made it. He's got around him. Oh! Sorry. That was amazing. Fantastic shot. Great save. Apologies to my international listening or viewing audience.
They would have heard it in real time, they see.
Yeah, can you edit that out?
Can you edit that out? That's what Peter will be saying about the goal he conceded in the first half. Can he get an equaliser this half? First attacking possession, if he can score from this, it will mean the world to him. Ooh. You can see the two plays are on. Yeah! Harley Barnes! It's an equaliser! Get it!
Unbelievable.
Oh, wait. First attack of the half. 1-1. We got a ball game.
And so, then he reverts to type with his defence. And Greeny starts to push a few more figures forward. One wonders what would happen if Pete launched more attacks like that.
I mean, I think he's got to keep going for it.
I think
he's got him rattled now.
Yeah. I mean, he said before the game that he was not looking forward to extra time. So I think he wants to do this in normal time. We play 2 times 15 minutes. Not to discount Rob Green, who's a consummate...
He'll be very buoyed by the fact that he scored the goal in the first half. He's done it once, he can do it again.
You may see the name on the side of the show board, the Harley Ulrich Memorial Board, in honour of our late club mate who died, unfortunately, of brain cancer. Great chance corner. Yes, so we're very, very proud of our traditions in our club, honouring our clubmen.
It's good to see the community flowing through. I saw Herman Cruz commenting on a few of the videos yesterday. I mean, we really need to get Herman back out here to Australia for one of these Grand Prix. We really miss his presence at these events.
Sometimes it's not easy doing the camera work on these. A tangle of arms and bodies. And he's turned on it, but he's offside. He's going to play it. No, he's going to go for an onside flick. Okay, Pete to defend it. Oh, so there's a great defensive flick.
Attack building nicely here from Greeny.
Figure offside, so he's going to play out the ball, I think. No. do a deft touch. Doesn't want to give any opportunity for the defender to block him out.
Oh,
good
nearly.
Good save. Wasn't chipped enough.
This actually has been quite an end-to-end match, which is really good to see.
Despite our initial
reservations
concerns that it would be.
I don't think either player wants this to go to extra time. It's great to see open attacking play in a final. Players happy to go for it, not shutting down.
Could be the referee in a case like this.
It's a thankless task. Very well done to all our referees today. In table football, it's pretty much a play 2, ref 1 kind of situation. We've always got to be reffing a lot of games in these tournaments, and it just helps keep everyone a little bit more honest, a little bit more fair.
Adrian explaining where he can put his freestander to.
He's going to put surely he won't put his freestander out here. Jeez, that would be surely not.
I think he's having second thoughts about it.
Oh, jeez, he's going to go for it.
He did it.
Wow.
Greeny waves it back on. Oh, and pushes the ball again.
Advanced spaces.
He's snookered himself with 2 of his own figures though, which is an occupational hazard in this game. Just when you think you've got yourself into a good position.
It's just great watching the scenes here, looking at the spectators. We've got kids as young as 10, 15, all ages. We've got guys from Perth, from Melbourne, from all around New South Wales, Canberra, New Zealand, Singapore. It's just magic playing out. Yeah, it's a tabletop soccer. It's incredible.
Seven minutes to go. Oh.
Possession given away. No? Yes. Possession given away. Here we go. A chance for a bit of time after his early goal in the second half. He hasn't really.
See if he can launch himself. Really, a blizzard of figures flying back to defend.
This is the point in the game where the players realise probably only going to have 1 or 2 more possessions of the ball before full time. So the temptation, even though the chance might be on when you first get the ball with an open defence, is to think, okay, maybe I actually want to hold on to the ball, create a chance I'm really happy with, and that way, at the very least, even if I don't score, I've taken up enough of the time that my opponent's not going to be able to have time to get a goal in the worst case, is extra time. 6 minutes though, so still probably 1 or 2 chances, but in the next couple of minutes we'll probably start seeing Pete really look to soak up the ball and look to set up a late chance for the win. Rob Green is from Sydney originally, but what the hell was that?
I think he was trying to, again.
Granny tries to make him pay.
Touched it.
Ooh.
No, didn't get enough positional.
That's a let off there, Steve.
Huge let off. Especially as Pete's defence is all over the place at present.
He's got away with it there. In a game like this, in truth, it must be said, I think both players are looking a bit sapped. This is Greeny's 8th game of the day. Peter's 7th. Quite hot conditions. I realise they're using the ball with the decal sponsor, the Dylan Tom Beatties DT38 Foundation. Risk awareness for testicular cancer. It's been a long-standing charity community partner of the ATFA. It's great to see them using one of their match balls today. We have Beth Everly looking in front of us. She won the women's event. AGP crown. Probably see her in action as well at the World Cup later in the year. Here we go, 4 minutes to go, so real crunch time. We're probably almost entering that golden goal territory, if not already, Steve. Would you tend to agree?
Yeah, I think that that you can see that Rob Green's really structured his defence. He's almost surrendered the chance to go forward. He's just going to make sure he doesn't concede the last few minutes. Pete's starting to put some pressure on, but always prepared to go back if he's nowhere. There's nowhere for him to go forward.
Chip giveaway there. Green. He just cannot hold on to the ball. He's done well to get out there. Very well done.
Nicely turned.
Yeah, very good play there from Green. First touch was terrible. The second was exquisite. And even though we thought maybe not, it looks like it's Greeny with a chance late on. Greeny's lone victory came in the AGP in 2019. It was a 2-1 win that day. Like today, he took the lead and then conceded an equalizer, so some shades there.
And then scored in extra time, golden goal.
But can he do it in the regulation? Or good touch on the ball. Can he get it over the shooting line?
There's a chance here.
On the side of the goal there. The wait for a goal goes on. Is it a corner? It is. 3 positional flicks for each player.
Two-minute warning. 2 minutes to go to the end of regulation time. If the game is still tied, then we go to a 10-minute period where we have a golden goal. While football got rid of the golden goal, table football has kept it.
We have too many knockout rounds to play in a day. We don't have time. I think it's quite exciting though. But it's effectively golden goal right now. Because a late goal will win it. Here we go.
I think Greeny snookered himself.
So Pete Thomas, no. Indeed, yes. Pete Thomas has the ball, and it's going to be with him to try and, I guess, effectively serve for the match. We'll try and go on an attack here to win the points. Here we go. 1:10 on the clock. 1-1 Australian Grand Prix final. Peter Thomas bringing out the attack with a bit of vigour. It hasn't quite been his day today, but Greeny didn't look as promising in the second half as he did in the first. Maybe this is Peter's chance. In the semi, he scored a goal with a minute to go to win it. Can he repeat the feat here? Good man out wide on the wing. Ball doesn't quite get there. The chance in the midfield to flick through. He's kept it going. Corner shootable here. Shots on, 40 seconds to go. Can he win the Australian Grand Prix with a last minute goal? Not quite, just wide, and indeed it is a goal kick, which you feel Steve will probably settle the regulation.
Take us down, count down the clock.
This is exciting. A golden goal winner. We've never had a golden goal. We've gone to penalties for the AGP final, Rudy against Benny, but we haven't had an extra time winner. That would be really quite something to win a Grand Prix in sudden death. So keep your eyes peeled very shortly, because that's going to do us for time here. But here we go. We go to extra time. We will see you very shortly on the other side of this break. Are we still live, Louis?
Okay, we're back. Extra time for the Australian Grand Prix final. 1 period of 10 minutes. First goal wins it.
Pete Thomas of Melbourne against Rob Green of Sydney via Sweden. Green has won the Grand Prix once. Peter has won it 3 times. Who will be lifting that trophy again today? The Willoughby Park Bowls Club in Sydney is our venue. Northern Falcons Table Club are our hosts. 1-1 after regulation. This will be the second Australian Grand Prix final to have gone to extra time. But are we going to see a sudden death golden goal winner in 10 minutes? Greening with kickoff. We are underway.
Per coloro che si sono sintonizzati adesso, ricordiamo il punteggio 1-1 alla fine dei 30 minuti, adesso 5 minuti golden goal.
Rob Green in the yellow base. An interesting fact for those video nerds out there is that he doesn't really play with this particular team. He played with his usual team in the first game, thought the pitches were playing a bit slow for his liking, and so changed to a lighter team, and it's taken him all the way to the final. So always the value in sometimes having 2 different teams in your kit bag rather than just different colours of the same team. Oh, and it's a change.
Touch.
Oh, and it's a free kick.
Free kick.
And
Touch the other guy's
Pete is just devilish off these. He'll turn this into a scoring chance. Although that really was not a very advanced flick. He should have pushed that play a little bit further up to the shooting line.
And then he switches play. Very, very smart.
To paraphrase one of the guys in Good Hunting, my boy's wicked smart. Wicked smart.
Kind of boxed himself in a little bit there, but
he's kind of
he can get around the back.
As John Palm said in World in Motion, there's only one way to beat them, that's round the back.
Around the back.
On the ASICS electric scoreboard, we have 8 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Thanking them for their partnership and the support of this event.
So Pete touched his own figure.
Oh, bad. That's a bad one.
We have a vigilant referee.
Yeah, Aiken's done a great job here. It's a thankless task, this refereeing.
Yeah, with that, rather than being a bit more direct, he sort of allowed defender to come and...
Well, Steve, you were in an extra time earlier today. You lost, I'm sorry, in the golden goal. How did you try and play? Did you try and win it in extra time? Did you let it sit through the 10 minutes?
No, we tried to, both of us tried to win it, and it probably ended up costing me because I was thrusting a lot more figures forward and then missed one chance and then was punished at the other end. But there's winners and losers.
See, who I want to watch. That is exactly the sales pitch for this game. Spectator just walked into the venue, have seen this going on and go, who I want to watch. And that's exactly what it is about. It's a gripping sport. $30-strong crowd here watching live. No doubt thousands more online. Keen anticipating the resolution of the 9th Australian Grand Prix. Shout out to our French brothers hosting the Major of France. It's good. Yeah! Oh, there we go! There's the winner! There's the Australian Grand Prix.
Well done.
Wow.
Fantastic. Pete Thomas, great goal.
That shot is going to go. You're going to see that one again and again over the socials. What a moving ball in the end, I think it was.
Fantastic goal. Fantastic goal.
What a great advertisement. Credit to both players. They went for it. We had a great final, attacking, goals from both players, shots from both players, and it's just a great way to end a fantastic tournament here in Sydney.
Okay, thanks very much.